see. Nope. Nope, that ain't it. I wish you would stop playing.
I just got one bag of chips.
I'm scared to talk. That still sound like about. Thank the Lord. I could not stop laughing. Oh my gosh. And every single time I went to type something, I about died laughing. Because it was. I couldn't function. Then my husband gonna call me Mighty Mouse. That's a classic. But look, I'm really good with getting back on track. So I will be finishing this conversation because Carcino and Jenny are going live in 20 minutes. And I am not a quitter, and I will finish my live. It's like that. So look, we were talking about the Blue-Eyed Butcher before we got messed up and I started sounding like Mighty Mouse and, So we were talking about the Blue-Eyed Butcher, and the Blue-Eyed Butcher is a movie I know. Robert said I was fine. I don't sound like a chipmunk. Is he serious? I can't take Gavin serious. He's too goofy. Let's see. Stop telling stories, Gavin. I'm going to play into your goofiness. So anyways, the Blue-Eyed Butcher was, so the Blue-Eyed Butcher was a lady that was being domestically abused. Like her husband was verbally abusing her, mentally abusing her, physically abusing her. And she waited until he went to sleep and she killed him. She stabbed him like a lot of times and got off because, there was history of domestic abuse. And then, of course, the reason that we got onto this topic, if you will remember, Robert, is because you said that domestic violence leads to murder. If you remember, if you've ever seen the movie by Jennifer Lopez called Enough, that's a movie. Now, I know that's just a movie. It's not a real story, but it depicts real events. Like, it depicts the truth. I got you. All right, Gavin. So, it's real like that because you'll have women or you'll have men who are taking advantage of their authority or they'll utilize their strength to take control of a woman, and a woman gets fed up with it and they leave, and then you'll have the man that stalks them and then cause a lot of problems. Well, if you remember in the movie Enough, she took self-defense classes. She got everything ready, and she at the end of the movie, I know she didn't mean for him to die, but I'm pretty sure she meant for him to die. Did you hear about the Tory Lanez making it? Yes, I didn't dive into it though, Robert, but I was understanding because I heard him tell his side of the story because, there's always three sides of the story. There's always yours, mine, and the truth. And I know she had told a story that made it seem like he shot her in her foot And later on, he was just like, that wasn't even what, what really happened. So I haven't really dived too hard into it, but I know he got in trouble for shooting her. But when he came out and was talking about it, I think he went live on, I want to say it was Instagram. And he when he talked about it, he was like, what she said, it was Instagram. Okay. What she said happened is not what he said happened. So, then the sad thing about that is when you have a man who tells one side of the story and then you have a woman who tells the other side of the story, for some reason, they always believe the woman's side of the story. And it's sad because, no, I don't have dogs. I want dogs. We're looking into getting a puppy, but they're not born yet. And my husband is very, very strict about not tying up dogs. So we just bought this house in April. And so there's concrete fence on 3 sides. And there's concrete fence on one side, 2 sides. And then there's 4-foot chain link. Well, he is insistent on making sure that all 4 sides are gated in so that he can allow the dog to wander without being tied, because he knows more about dogs than I do, but he says that it takes away their spirit. So no, we don't have a dog yet. They're supposed to be breeding them this week or next week, and then 63 days after that, we'll have a dog. It's going to be I'm going to let Eric decide if he wants the dog, because he always has to see the male, and the mommy and the dad, and then he has to see, he knows about the dogs. So, but they're supposed to be brindles and blue nose or something like that, or blue nose or a dog, whatever. But anyways, yeah. So you'll go back to, it's always the male side and the female side. Like we have a cousin, and I think I covered this in my domestic violence on men video, where she punched him in the face, and he kind of pushed her off. And when the police came, he went to jail. When you're dealing with stuff like that, it's hard to say, would I step in? And it's not, in that case, it's not like a man beating on a woman, but it's hard to know when and when not to step into someone else's situation or someone else's business, because when you're dealing with that, you'll end up with people like, well, should I or should I not? And then later on, something might happen to them and you're like, I wish I'd have just stepped in. Yeah, but you might have, got shot. How many times have we seen, I seen one video, it was a lady, and the man was in a car, and she was throwing stuff at him, like throwing stuff at his car, threw a brick through his window, was just like, and he was trying to just back out and just leave. And she just kept jumping on the car, kicking the car, like all kinds of stuff. So he backed up and ran right over her and broke her foot. And it was on video. And you'll look at that situation and you'll say, well, dang, he didn't have to back up on her like that. And then you kind of go to the other side and you're just like, well, dang, she was throwing bricks and rocks at him and, just acting all kind of crazy, jumping on the car. What is a person to do? So it's at that time when you're just like, well, should I even say anything? Should I just let them handle their own problems? I mean, I think a lot of people get injured. A lot of people get hurt because, they decided they were going to jump into somebody else's business. It's really hard to decipher whether you're gonna get into somebody else's business or not. What I'm probably going to end up doing is taking these 3 videos and linking them together and then re-downloading them is probably what I'm going to end up doing. because this separation is ridiculous. But yes, I know how to do all that stuff. So I'll probably do that. But just kind of break down recap what we're talking about. It's just like this. Should a man intervene when a woman is being beat? When he sees a woman being beat up by another man, and you want to, but you really have to analyze the situation as a whole, because what you may very well feel like would turn out okay, I'll stop him from doing this, I'll stop him from doing that. I mean, you just never know what you're really getting yourself into. There was an ID channel episode, and there was a guy who was beating his wife, when the police got there, she wasn't there, he was. When the police got to him, he talked, like he was okay, everything was fine. Well, got a call back probably about 20 minutes later. This man went to the hospital because I think he got some cuts or something on him. Well, he left the hospital, went right back to this lady and killed her, and put the police up on like a shootout. The police had to go in, took them like 3 or 4 hours to actually detain him. So, a lot of people say, well, just call the police. Yeah, you can just call the police, but you got to be careful who you call the police on. Like I was telling my friend Vita, there's in this very, very town, and this in the same week, it was like people were just dropping off, dying, boom, boom. They were just dying. Well, one of them was a woman who her husband had came to her house. I think they were separated or something. Came to her house and decided she was going to call the police on him because he was parked in front of her house. Called the police. The police actually drove past him coming in because he left. Drove past him, followed him down the road, tried to pull him over. He sped off. He actually swerved into almost like a ditch. And when the police got to him and was questioning him, they thought he was grabbing for a gun, which we really don't know what he was grabbing for. But just to say, that's what they thought, and they ended up shooting him. You have to be super duper careful that whatever is happening, that the police are absolutely necessarily need to be called. And I say that with caution because I've just seen so many people it turn out bad because somebody called the police. So, guys, I just want to say I appreciate every single person who sticks with, I don't know why, having all these video issues. But I appreciate anybody and everybody who has stuck with me. And I definitely appreciate that. So right now it is 9:50. Jenny Raw, Real and Unfiltered and Carcino for Life and Just Chris Gaming are going to be going live together, talking about Breaking Bad. We're going to be talking about reviewing the series and episodes of Breaking Bad. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. It's 9:50. We got 10 minutes until we're going to join Jenny Raw, Real and Unfiltered. When the next time you're going live? Thursday. Yes, Thursday, Robert. It's going to be... Yeah, I got a schedule. Thursday, we're going live 7:30, and we're going to be talking, should women do chores dedicated to a man if a man is available to do them? So we're going to be talking about that, basically about women who go out and do all the chores that men's supposed to do. How does it make a man look? Why women should or shouldn't do it? Just a kind of a conversation. When you get a chance, look up. Is that MI8? Oh, Michael. Okay. Who is this? Who is this? Michael Francis. I'll look him up now. I was going to go ahead and get off because we had, in 10 minutes, we're going to have Jenny Raw, Real and Unfiltered. Carcino for Life and Just Gaming. We're going to be talking about Breaking Bad in about 10 minutes. Chicago time, so 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock Chicago time. And you said Michael. American crime boss, American former New York mobster, the Colombian crime prince. Okay, so what did he do? What am I looking him up for? Offer you can't refuse by former mob boss. How the mafia rose to power. It's a YouTube channel? Because I kind of see somebody has a YouTube channel. Okay, so he has a YouTube channel. Okay, got it. I got y'all Chipmunks and Mighty Mouse. I got y'all Chipmunks and Mighty Mouse. They tried me with the Chipmunks and the Mighty Mouse. You're a minister now. Hey, people change. People change. People, I'm telling you, people change. And they can change into great people. I mean, that can totally be.
Who that?
That's my oldest son, Darian. He was with Dad, talking trash. That's my middle son, Jaden. And then my youngest one is in the room hiding. But I can totally do one about people changing, because people change. People don't realize that people can change quickly, but they can. Robert says, "What's good, Jaden?" Yeah, I told you I was going back. I wasn't playing. No, it's 7 o'clock. They ain't done yet.
7 o'clock.
I mean, not 7 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Okay, it's 7 minutes to 10.
Who is it?
Okay, so it is 6 minutes until we're going to join Jenny. Jenny Raw, Real and Unfiltered, Carcino for Life, and Just Chris Gaming, and we're going to talk about Breaking Bad. So let's go ahead and jump off of here. I do want to remind anybody, if they haven't done so already, to subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment and share. Also, make sure that you hit the all notification bell and hit the all so that you don't miss any material. Next time we're going live on Thursday at 7:30. This Thursday at 7:30, we're going to be talking about women. Should women do chores dedicated to a man if a man is available to do them? So make sure that you join us then. Put it on your schedule. So with that being said, y'all, we're going to catch y'all on the flip side for the third time.